Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Neferkefri of Magical Musings, and today I'm going to show you how to do an egg spiritual cleansing the Curandera way. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you all the details and all the how-tos so you can carry out your own spiritual cleansings on yourself and your loved ones. This is part one of my how-to witchy series. And in this series, I'll be sharing with you tried and true methods I have used since I became a witch in 1980. A lot of these are methods that my family's taught me or other witchy friends. And so now I'm going to share them with you free of charge. So here we go. The first video focuses on how to perform a spiritual cleansing for yourself or anyone else. How to perform a spiritual cleansing with an egg. This is a very ancient technique. It is not exclusive to any one culture, although I was taught by one of my aunts who was taught by my great-grandmother, who was a very well-known curandera in Michoacán, Mexico. People used to walk for days in order to get a consultation with my great-grandmother. And this is how she performed the egg cleansing, so I'm going to show you. So again, for your materials, you need a fresh egg from your refrigerator. You need a bowl with about a half inch of water, not a whole lot of water. If you have access to Florida water, you can use this instead of regular water. You need some salt. If you're using the Florida water, you do not need to use salt with it. You can if you want to. But if you're using just regular water, use salt. And then you need a clean, clear glass, devoid of any color or decoration, because you're going to be using that glass half filled with water to break your egg into once you're done with your cleansing. And then you're going to read what's in the glass. You're going to read your egg. And I'll show you a little bit how to do that. And if you'd like a consultation with that, all you need to do is just send me some pictures and I can interpret that for you for like 10 bucks. I'll have a PayPal link below and I can tell you what's going on with you, with your energy. So we begin with the egg. Just make sure it's clean, that there's nothing clinging to it or anything. Like mine's got a cat hair on it, as does everything else in my house. Why not this egg, right? I got the cat hair off, okay? Egg needs to be clean, clean. Same thing with your bowl. And again, you fill it with a 1/4 inch of water and then you use some salt. Now, if you have access to Florida water, all you need to do, this is a brand new bottle. I don't want to open it yet. I have another bottle still going, but what you would do is you would take your egg in your hand and sprinkle a little Florida water on it and then just let it drip all over the egg and then commence with your cleansing, which I'll show you how to do in a minute. But if you don't have access to Florida water, then regular water and table salt will do. Now, I read a book many years ago when I was first getting into witchcraft, like in 1979, and it's by L.G. Manning, and it's called Helping Yourself with White Witchcraft. I will double check that title and I will link to it below if the book is still available, because it's got so many really awesome, short, simple spells in it. And the one for salt water, for blessed salt water, is in that book. And that's where I get this little incantation from. I've always used it in creating my blessed salt water, and it works really well for me. I use it for the egg cleanse. I use it to put it in a spray bottle for house cleansings. I will put a little bit in my mop water. And it's just really great for flushing out, for cleaning out the negative energies. So what you do, let's pretend I have some water in this bowl here, just a little bit, like I said, like a 1/4 to a half inch. You don't need a lot. And then you take your salt and you just sprinkle a little bit, like a quarter, an eighth of a teaspoon. Eighth of a teaspoon is enough, just a little bit, like a couple pinches, okay? And now you've got the water, you've got the salt. You take the index finger of your power hand, of your dominant hand. This is your power finger. This is the finger through which you direct energy to the universe outward. And what you do is whenever you perform magic, if you're doing it the right way, your whole body is a conduit for universal energies. And the energies, they enter through your crown chakra and they exit out through your hands. And if you're doing any pointing, the energy is going to come right out through that hand. The index finger was the original magic wand, okay? You don't really need a magic wand. Just use your index finger. So you've got the salt in the water. You take the index finger of your power dominant hand. In my case, I'm a lefty, so I'm using my left index finger. Most of you will be using your right index finger. And you just put your index finger in the bowl to where your index finger is touching the base of the bowl, and you begin stirring slowly clockwise. Okay, now the salt is dissolving in the water as you do this. And you say the incantation aloud. Again, this is credited to L.G. Manning and his book, Helping Yourself with White Witchcraft. And the incantation goes, salt in water by casting thee, let no spell nor unknown purpose be, except in true accord with me, and as my will, so mote it be. You repeat that 9 times, keeping your index finger in the water and slowly stirring. And by the time you're done with the 9th repetition, your salt will be completely dissolved in the water. And then you take your glass that you're going to be cracking your egg into when you're done with your cleansing, and you fill it just halfway with water. No matter the size of the glass, fill it halfway with clean water. Now you take your egg, and if you're using the salt water method, you just place your egg in the bowl and gently turn it to where the egg is completely coated in the salt water. Okay? And it doesn't need to be drippy, drippy. You're just doing this basically to clear the energy from the egg, from sitting in the store, from being shipped, by being handled by machinery and other people before it reached your hands. That's all you're doing when you do that. And now the egg is completely clear of any energies, and it's ready to be used in your cleansing. If you're using Florida water, so you won't be doing this at all. You'll just take your egg, open up your Florida water, hold it in the palm of your non-dominant hand here, and just sprinkle a bit on the egg. And then your palm's going to get wet, and then you just turn the egg in your palm until there's Florida water on all surfaces of the egg, and then it's ready to be used in the cleansing. Alrighty, so you have your wet egg already. You start at your crown, making sure the egg remains in contact with your body. So the egg actually has to be touching your body. And you just slowly rub the egg all along the top of your head, down along the side. Be sure you're getting the back of your head, across your closed eyelids, on your ears, your jaw, your jawline, your neck, the back of your neck. When you get to the back of your neck, pay special attention to the back of your neck, because when people have us under psychic attack, usually that's where the energy will get congested. It gets congested at the back of your neck. If you have a history of neck problems, it very well could be spiritual and not physical. So if you do have a history of neck problems, spend more time on the back of your neck, okay? Just word to the wise. And so you're rubbing back there. Be very careful, of course, not to drop your egg. I've done that before. And you go around to the front, back, get your shoulders really well. And now you can just rub in any direction you see fit. Some practitioners do say to maintain the rub of a counterclockwise circle all over. It's hard to mentally maintain that motion when you're changing to different body areas. So you just do you. Just be sure the egg touches you everywhere, okay? And if there's an area of your body you cannot reach, due to, any type of physical incapability, or your arms just aren't going to reach that far. Like for me, it's the upper middle of my back. I can't reach from the top or from the bottom. When you go with your egg in one area there, imagine the egg stretching and covering that area you can't reach. And then you go up to the other area. And again, imagine, visualize the egg stretching and covering that area you cannot reach. Do that for any part of your body that you cannot physically reach with the egg. Be sure to include all of your chakras. That's very important. And I'll show you right now where the chakras are located for those of you who may be new to chakras. Briefly, where the chakras are, you've got your crown chakra at the top of your head, third eye chakra, your throat chakra. Heart chakra is center of the chest. Solar plexus chakra is at the base of your breastbone. For us ladies, it's basically where the bra goes across. And then you've got your navel chakra, which is 2 inches or so below your belly button. Then you have your root chakra, which is over your genitalia. Be sure all those areas are covered, okay? Because our chakras, this is where our energy can become congested and out of balance. And this can lead to physical illness. So be sure all your chakras are cleansed. When you're going down the back of your body, try to be mindful of where the chakras are back there, because the chakras are not just in the front of your body, they run through your whole body, okay? And so like when you're doing the back of your head up here, you're doing your third eye chakra right here. Then you're doing your throat chakra on the back of your neck. And remember to spend extra time on the back of your neck. And then same for the heart chakra. You try to get it over your heart on your back, the egg, when you reach around with your egg. And same for your solar plexus chakra, your navel chakra, and then your root chakra. And then you go down along your arms. And again, it's just a very gentle rubbing. There's nothing rough about this. Just be sure the egg maintains contact with your skin as you do this. Go out to the ends of your fingers and push out. Back of the hand, push out. Same for your other hand. Okay, and then you go to your hips, your legs, your knees, your ankles, your feet. Now when you get to your feet, you treat your feet just like your hand. You go across the top of your foot and outward at the toes, and then go along the sole of your foot, outward at the toes. Same for your other foot. Go across the top of the foot, the sole of the foot, out from the toes, imagining that energy leaving you, okay? Now, when you're completely finished, you're going to get your glass half filled with water already, and you just take your egg, crack it on the edge of the glass, and empty the contents into the glass, and set the shell aside. Try saying that 5 times fast. Set the shell aside, okay? And this is going to be what it looks like when your egg is in the glass. I actually did a cleansing on myself this morning, and I thought, this would be a great thing to share with my friends online. So here we go. And then there's various ways you can read the egg. And I read it for myself. I sent it to a colleague of mine to read it for me so I could get a second opinion. And our opinions completely meshed. So I know what's going on with me. I can take care of it. And if you do not know how to read egg remains, there's different things in it that mean various things. Now, this actually changed from earlier. And what you do is you read your egg. Your egg remains need to be read within like the first 5 minutes that you've dumped it into the water. What I do, what my aunt did, what my great-grandmother did is after they cracked the egg into the water, they waited 3 minutes, the tradition being 1 minute for the Father, 1 minute for the Son, and 1 minute for the Holy Spirit. If you're not Christian, it can be maiden, mother, crone, whatever. Just wait 3 minutes. 3, it's a magical number. And then you look at what's going on in the glass. Be sure you have a good source of light. And you look at the glass from all sides and from the top. Now, I'll start off with the bad first, the obviously bad. If there's any blood in the yolk, that is an extremely serious psychic attack against you, and this person is basically hell-bent on causing you some sort of physical harm. They're wishing you physical harm. If you see blood in the egg yolk or in the white, blood anywhere in there. If you see black specks, those are residual of psychic attacks in the past that your body has not been able to cleanse out of your energy system. So they still cling to you. They still have some sort of effect on your life, and you're going to need, if you see blood in the yolk, if you see any black specks in the egg, in the yolk, floating around in the water, you need to do another cleansing. And so you would take this and flush it down the toilet, start all over again. You could do it the same day, or you could wait and do it the next day. Personally, I would do it the same way because I just would want it over and done with. I once had a client years and years ago when I used to live in Corpus Christi, so I'm talking 25 years ago, who came to my home for a cleansing. And I always my aunt always said, always have a dozen eggs available when you do this, because sometimes 1 to 6 eggs isn't enough. And in severe cases, you may need the entire dozen. I needed the entire dozen for this client. I went through all 12 eggs. But by the 12th egg, her egg was fine after that. And then she had a complete turn in her luck. This was a woman who would always get dumped by her boyfriends. She was losing job after job after job. She had a lot of car trouble. I mean, she just had bad luck from all directions. And I told her, you need a cleansing. Come to my house and I'll do this for you, and then we'll see how you do. After that, everything in her life turned around. She's happily married. She has 2 children. She has a great job. You know, there is something to this. There is something to when people send us repeated negative thoughts. These thoughts, they cling to us. They start to take on a form and a mind of their own, and they start to mess with us. And nobody needs that. An egg cleansing will take care of that, whether you know how to read the remains or not. Now, I'm assuming a lot of you do not know how to read the remains, and if you'd like me to read your remains for you, I can. That would be $10, and I have a link below, PayPal link, and I have my Zelle email down there if you'd like to use Zelle instead, and it's just $10, and I send you you send me pictures or video of your egg. Make sure you get pictures from all sides plus the top. If you take a video, move slowly clockwise around the glass and then video the top for me as well. And then I'll send you a video report detailing what I see in the remains of your egg. But that basically is how you do an egg cleansing. And again, just be prepared. You may need more than 1 egg. Most people do. I won't lie. So be prepared for that. And if you have any questions about this, drop them in the comments below. If you'd like to learn how to do something else, let me know. I know all sorts of different little folk magic ways and Wiccan spells and all sorts of stuff. So if you want to learn something, let me know. I'd be happy to show you. This is Neferkefri of Magical Musings, and I am wishing you a very blessed day. Thanks a lot for watching. I ask that you like and subscribe.